Well, hi, and welcome to Golf Out of Control. Today we're in my indoor golf studio, and I wanted to take a few minutes to introduce you to what I call the foundational concept of golf out of control. I hope you'll spend a few minutes listening to as short as I can keep this video, but this foundational concept will be involved in every single lesson that I ever give you or anyone else. Understanding this is going to send you a long ways towards your best golf. So let's get started. So this is really simple. The foundational concept of golf out of control and how I'm going to take you through getting better at golf is comprised of three pieces. First of all, golf is physical. Second of all, golf is mental. And third of all, there's a spiritual component that I really think will become loud and clear as we go through the process. So on this physical, let's talk about it for a minute. So on the physical side, well, I've been a golf pro for a lot of years. I mean, I'm climbing up on 40 years of teaching golf. Really, after all that time, I just believe in solid, old school, fundamental mechanics in a golf swing. If we can keep your golf swing as simple as humanly possible, then you're going to have a lot more success on the golf course. Strong believer in video. If you're not looking at your golf swing and just feeling like you're doing something, you're going to miss the boat. What we feel like we do and what we really do is so often not exactly the same, to say the least. I also use a launch monitor, so I have 30 different data points. Many of those data points point back exactly to what kind of form you're trying to build. So yes, I'm going to introduce two more concepts to you that are integral in helping you get to your best golf. But strong mechanics, well, obviously that's part of it. I see it as understanding mechanics as a beginning, but not an end in itself. So let's discuss that second category, the mental side. You know, in the second category that I'm introducing, the mental side of golf, a lot of people get nervous and think it's going to be like overly complicated or deep or something. However, if you play golf for any amount of time, you probably really agree with the statement that golf is like 90% mental. I've heard that sentiment so many times. I hear people say it. I don't see people do anything about it, but we are. So the primary concept that I want to share with you on the mental side of things, I call matching. What's matching? Well, it's magical. If you'll ingrain this into your practice time and into your playing golf, I promise you the results can be just astounding. When a human being's thoughts match with what they're asking their body to do, it's real easy for the body to do it. When those thoughts are in conflict, it's very difficult for the body to do it. Now that may sound somewhat complex, but let me simplify it with a really common golf example: swinging too hard. Have you ever done it? I know I have. Well, why does a person swing too hard? It's pretty easy. They're thinking about hitting it really far. If you think about throwing it really far, you throw it really hard. But we gum up the works, so to speak, when it comes to these thoughts. We'll learn things about tempo, balance, timing, swing smooth, swing easy. If we're thinking about those things, which may be very good for your golf swing, but you're also thinking about hitting a 350-yard drive through the air, they don't match, right? However, if you think about hitting your shots a comfortable distance, something that you trust, well, then why would you overswing? In other words, if I were throwing a ball and trying to throw it 10 yards, I would never have the physical response of throwing it as hard as I could. I'll just try to throw it 10 yards and it becomes smooth. You get my point? Matching, it's magical. It's not just swinging too hard. Every single mechanic in your swing has a thought. The human body doesn't move until the brain tells it to. It's just a simple fact. So if I can get your thoughts to match up with what it is we're trying to get your body to do, it's going to be really easy. Take into account these matching thoughts that I give you in each and every lesson, and your progress will go a lot faster. Okay, and then this final piece, the spiritual piece. How does spirituality fit into golf? Well, I think if most of you were honest, you've always known that without prayer, your game really has no hope. Okay, I'm kidding. Let me explain it to you because it's really simple but incredibly powerful. Look, I understand the dangers of talking about spiritual matters, and it makes people sometimes a little bit uncomfortable. These are just optional components in this program. If you care to listen to them, if you care to implement them into your golf swing, then man, I would highly encourage it. A lot of people have embraced this part of their golf game. If nothing else, your golf game will improve, and you'll have a different component that gives you an edge over everybody else that you play. But honestly, it's absolutely up to you. Let me give you a little sales pitch. There's 2 points that I always make when I'm trying to sell people on incorporating this aspect during their golf journey of trying to get better at golf. One, understand that our sport, golf, is completely backwards to basic human nature. In golf, you have to learn to swing down while you expect the ball to go up. We don't pop out of our mother's womb doing things like that. If we swing our clubs to the right, it makes the ball go left. If you swing the club to the left, it makes the ball go to the right. If you swing really hard, that doesn't make it go farther. If you swing really easy, it makes it go far. There's zero in golf that matches up with what our instincts, with what our first nature tells us to do. I don't know about you, but when I'm in church, they tell me things like, pray for my enemies and care more about other people's than I do myself. Pray for my enemies. You know, I was on the freeway today, just running down the road. Guy cut me off. I didn't pray for him. It wasn't my first impulse. It's none of our first impulses. So I could agree with it. I understand that I should swing down in a golf shot, but it's not what I naturally do. So we're going to have to go a little further than that. If you incorporate this piece, things like swinging down, swinging easy, swinging right, swinging left become more natural. Second thing that I'm going to point out, and it's my loudest example to encourage you to look into the spiritual side of things. Explain a practice swing. You don't have to explain my practice swing, your friend's practice swing. I encourage you to just look at yourself. Stop being judgmental. Look at yourself. Videotape your practice swing and how beautiful it is compared to videotape you hitting a golf ball. Why do so many things change between the practice swing and the real swing? Are you ready? It's pretty complex. No, it isn't. It's living in your own will. It's living for self. You go, what? It's all about the results, baby. When the ball gets there, I want a whole bunch of stuff to happen. I want to hit it far. I want to hit it straight. I want to hit it high. I want to shoot a great score. Everything revolves around results. There are no results. You never think about or contemplate or desire a result in a practice swing. And that's why you're so beautiful. In the Bible, it tells you it explains it as being empty of self. I don't want to hit it good. I'm not going to do anything stupid. I want to hit it good. Oh my gosh, do things change? The other word that we hear a lot is surrender. I give up. I'm not trying to hit it good. Powerful concepts. What makes golf so hard? What makes golf so hard is us thinking all the time about hitting it good. Let me just calm you down, because we're going to focus on proper form above the immediacy of results. Look, I'm not asking you to be a martyr. I just want you to lay it down for short periods of time. I call it fasting. You go, what? Well, you don't need to eat and hit good shots. You just need to hold it right. You don't need to eat and hit good shots. You need to line up correctly. You don't need to eat. You need to make a proper backswing. Do you get my point? Unbelievably powerful what we as human beings can do when we drop the stupid result. Move the result out of the way, and there's very little that's difficult in a golf swing. I can prove it. Contemplate any mechanic in a golf swing, move the ball and film yourself doing it, and you will see yourself doing it. Amazing. I mean, just an amazing. At the end of of each concept, each lesson in the slideshow, I've also included like a daily devotional. It's just my thoughts and what God put on my heart to share with you in comparison to that particular lesson. When it's grip, then there's going to be a concept. It's just one page, 2, 3, maybe 4 paragraphs to read. I hope it blesses your life in some way. But hey, if it doesn't, and you just think I'm crazy and I'm a nut and I'm trying to push my beliefs on you, you're a grown person, absolutely entitled to that belief. It's not my intention, however. I hope, like me, it has blessed my life and opened my eyes just to a different avenue of being able to see God in my own life through the reflections of something as silly as trying to learn to play golf better. I hope it blesses you. I hope you'll go through the program, and I'm excited to share it with you.